Good morning. Wait for that. Let's go ahead and get started. Today is Thursday, November 5th, 2020. Today we are going to review our Google Meets etiquette, review our class norms, review and recite our mission statement and goals, learning objectives, then we'll work on our science warm-up, and then we're going to wrap up our potential and kinetic energy speed lab. Google etiquette, please show up on time. Work in a quiet place, have all your supplies, mute your microphone, turn your video on, raise your hand or use the nod when you have a question, unmute your microphone to talk, and leave at the end. Tyler.
For next week on Friday, which I think is the half day, right? How will it work for online kids?
That is a good question. I have not thought of that yet. Well, yeah, but you guys being online, let me ask because I think the original plan is that we're supposed to stay with our home rooms, which means that you're basically staying with me all day online, which I'm not going to sit here and have us stare at each other blankly, right? That would just be silly. So, let me ask around and ask a few questions and see. I might be able to come up with a couple of things to do, but I mean, honestly, I'll find out.
Okay.
But I think right now the idea is that you're going to be with me all day. But like I said, I love y'all, but I'm not going to sit here and stare at you for 3 hours, right? 4 hours. That would just be weird. Kaden.
Didn't you think we're airplanes on the 13th?
Let me think about it. You might be onto something. All right.
Because I love airplanes.
Fantastic. Me too. All right. Moving on to science, and I will get back with you on that. Let me make a note so I don't forget. There we go. All right. Our class norms are to be kind, to be respectful, and be working. Mission statement. We will work together as friends and family. In Mrs. Met's class, to gain more knowledge, to work, and to learn. We will listen to each other.
You forgot to say we can all be successful.
Oh, I did. Sorry. So we can all be successful. We will listen to each other, help each other, and encourage each other. We will make things happen and show the world we will not accept anything short of the best. Fantastic. Great job, guys. Remember, your cameras are supposed to be on. Class goal. 100% of Mrs. Met students will show growth on the unit assessments throughout the 2020-2021 school year. They will accomplish this goal by being purposeful and intentional with their time and learning. Guys, I'm going to be honest. If somebody sees that your camera is off, the only thing that we assume is that you're not paying attention. And some of you have a ton of missing work, which really tells me and you and your parents that you're not doing what you need to do, which is going to hurt your grade. And I don't know if failing 2 6 weeks is going to keep you from moving on to the 5th grade all because you wouldn't do the work. And if you don't do the work because you don't know where to go to get to the work, a part of having your camera on and being fully intentional in your learning teaches you where to go. Like I tell you every day how to get to your assignments and where to go. I mean, it's recorded. It's on video every day. So if you don't know where to go to get to your videos, it's because your camera's off and you're not paying attention. Be intentional. Today's learning objective, you will explore how to increase the potential and kinetic energy by building ramps, which we did yesterday. So we're going to extend that thinking. You will understand potential and kinetic energy and be able to explain how they compared to each other. So we're going to talk about which part of that lab was kinetic and which part was potential. And then you're going to answer these 4 questions in an exit ticket at the end of class. Where is the potential energy represented? Where is the kinetic energy represented? How do you change the force of a car? And what was the result of this change? Your warm-ups, champs, make sure that you're at a level 0. Raise your hand and wait patiently if you have questions. Your reading, thinking, solving, stay in your spot, stay focused on your work, and so everyone can be successful. Your warm-up says compare mixtures and solutions by placing the letter of each statement in the correct area of the Venn diagram. So you can either type it in or you can write it in on your Cami file, but I'm going to read through them real quick and then I'll show you how to get to your warm-up. For those of you who don't remember. A says maintains physical properties. B says easily separated. C says 2 or more substances. D, separated through evaporation. E, physical properties change. F, something dissolves. G, found everywhere. And H, considered a mixture. So let me open up So what I'm doing is I'm showing you guys, for those of you who don't remember where the warm-up is, I'm going into my class links. I clicked on the Canvas. So I opened up Canvas. Now I'm going to open up my Mrs. Metz 4th grade card. Thank goodness, I'm tired. Week 12, we are still in week 12. I know this because of the dates, 11/02/2020 to 11/6/2020, and today's the 5th. So I'm going to click on week 12. And your warm-up is going to show up first thing. So week 12 warm-up, okay? Week 12 warm-up, then you have the lab that we've been working on for the last week. And then you have today's exit ticket, and then tomorrow you're going to have a 10-question assessment, your weekly quiz, right? So click on the week 12 warm-up. Maybe. There it goes. Scroll down and open the gray file because it should be yours. Open it up. And then I'm going to shrink it down so I can see the whole thing. All right. So again on Thursday, I don't know, some of you have tablets so that you can write it in. I don't have a tablet. I would type it in. So I would click on the text box. I would change my color just because y'all know me, I like color. and I would put like A maintains physical properties. I know that's a mixture, so I would put A in the mixture Venn diagram. Okay? Any questions over what you need to be doing? Thumbs up. Ready for your 5 minutes to finish your warm-up? All right, you got 5 minutes to complete your warm-up. Go. Tyler.
On the piano thing, it has like letters behind it. You just put down the letters.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh,
Raise your hand if you can tell me where A, maintains physical properties, goes. Layla A.
Mixtures.
Mm-hmm. Raise your hand if you can tell me where B, easily separated, goes. Saini. Tell me, raise your hand if you can tell me where two or more substances goes. C, two or more substances. Chloe. Does a solution not have two or more substances as well? Okay. So, this one would go in the middle. This one would go in the middle because it's both, isn't it? So make sure you put your C in the middle. Raise your hand if you can tell me where D, separated through evaporation, goes. Scarlett.
I think it's mixture because we learned that yesterday.
Through evaporation? Sujav. It's a solution.
I got it right.
It's a solution. Remember, mixtures can be pulled apart by your hands, right? Solution, you have to heat it up and let it evaporate. All right? Solution is evaporation. E, where does E go? Physical properties change. Mixtures, solutions, or both. Physical properties change. Layla A.
Solution.
It is a solution. F, something dissolves. Where do I put F? Something dissolves. Scarlett.
Allows to be a solution.
It's a solution. G, found everywhere. Found everywhere. Kaden.
I believe the found everywhere is both.
You are correct. And H, considered a mixture. Chloe. Odd. I agree with you. I think it might be both. Let me double check. Because a solution is a mixture, but it's...
Then mixed up with the solution and mixed up with the mixture too.
Right. That could get pretty complicated, couldn't it? I'm going to say to reduce confusion, let's just say it's a mixture. Because I can't imagine at the 4th grade level, they're going to ask you anything that would be that controversial in really separating the words, right? So, we're going to say it's a mixture, although technically I think they're both mixtures. One's just a simple mixture and the other one's a solution, right?
I got the last one correct as well.
Awesome. All right. You guys go up and click submit and save now. I am going to delete my answers so the other classes don't see them. And then go back to, if you go back and click on the week 12 warm-up, the tab that says week 12 warm-up, you can go down and click next, or you can go down and go back into the home page and click on week 12 to get on today's assignment. But we're going to talk about a few things first, right? Because I really want to make sure that you understand the difference between potential and kinetic energy, okay? Potential and kinetic energy. I'm going to give you guys a minute to catch up. Leah. One. That's all you need is one. I would not start answering those questions yet if I were y'all. I would wait. Chloe. Well, if you scroll down, let me go back to it. So what I did, yes, the answer to your question is yes, but hang on a second. What I did is I went into week 12, and mine's going slow, hang on. And so, in the assignment that says week 12, day 4, I listed your objectives like I'm supposed to. And then, when you look at it, it says instructions. Click the link below to go back to the original assignment where your lab sheet was, right? So, you need to go click on that to get to the original lab sheet. Then you come back to this assignment after you've done that. And if you need to watch the 2-day lessons, if you need to go back and watch the videos where we had conversation about them, I linked that in there as well. Does that make sense? So I try to link everything you need in the assignment, but at the end, you're going to have to take the quiz. Do not take that quiz now. Don't do it. We have not talked about potential and kinetic energy, all right? There's no sense in you answering 2 of those questions because we haven't even talked about potential and kinetic energy, which is what we're going to do right now. Actually, I'm going to go in and I'm going to open this lab. Now, my lab doesn't have anything in it because I delete everything after every lab that I do with my classes so that it's not saved in there, right? But yesterday we completed these trials. You see yours? Thumbs up. You filled it in yesterday like I asked you to? Yes. I got some thumbs down. Some of you are going to have to go watch the video to fill it in. You were supposed to do that yesterday, right? I'm not going to worry about this, the graph. So I'm actually going to put a text box on this. I don't know. We're going to skip the graph. So I'm going to put on my skip the graph. We did fill in the variables we are testing, how we are testing them. You should have drawn a picture of what we did. Yes? We did all of that. I don't want to go through that. All right. So basically, what I'm looking for, I'm going to skip the graph. You were to draw the picture, right? You drew the picture? Y'all didn't draw the picture? Okay. So, I'm going to draw the picture real quick. I'm going to say that, well, one, I had a book, right? Put a text box in there and say it's book 1. Let's reduce that font. So I have one book. I had my ramp. I had my ramp going right in here, right? I had my little car. All right. And then I can do that again because I have 2 books, Scarlet.
Put that up.
You what?
I had that up because I said I was going to put up the calendar.
Gotcha. Well, I'm doing it now because we have time. So I hope all of you are drawing our experiment on your lab sheet right now. Yes? How many of you are drawing the experiment on the lab sheet right now? Give me a thumbs up. A few of you? I'm going to do my 2 books. Add my text box that says 2 books. Put my ramp on. Add my car. And then I'm going to do 3 books. Add my text. Add my ramp. Add my car. And this is where I want to talk about the potential and kinetic energy. Okay? So y'all need 1, 2, or 3 minutes to finish your drawings. 1, 2, or 3. Hold up your fingers. 1, 2, or 3 to finish your drawings. 3, I'll give you 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to do this. All right, I'll give you 4 because that's what I have on my watch. Go. You have 4 minutes to finish your drawings. Station, and I'm going to go back and I want to review this because I totally wasn't recording. I want to review what we said about our lab. Are y'all with me? So we drew our labs, right? We drew our test 1 where we had 1 book. Test 2 we had 2 books. Test 3 we had 3 books. If you go back to your table that you have up here, you should have the results of those trials in there. Yes, thumbs up. You have that. I didn't save it because I didn't want it to show up on everybody's lab. You have your own. You have to work too. All right? We just watched a short video about potential and kinetic energy, right? We said that an example of the potential energy was the car waiting on top of the books, waiting to be released. Are y'all with me? Waiting to be released. The example of the kinetic energy was when the car was actually going down the ramp. The kinetic energy is the motion of it's the motion of the object, yes? Okay, so then we also changed the force. Think about what 3 things did we do that changed the force of our car, and then what resulted in the change of the force. Thumbs up, you guys understand? All right, so now what you're going to do, you should already have your 3 drawings. You now know, because you were listening and you were involved in the conversation about potential and kinetic energy, go back to your assignment for today. Go back to week 12. Go back to week 12. Today is week 12, day 4, Thursday. You are actually going to answer the questions in wrapping up potential and kinetic energy speed lab exit ticket. So we're doing 2 things right now. You should have your table finished in your lab, have your variable, and I'm going back and forth. You should have page 1 of your lab complete, page 3 of your lab complete, and page 4 of your lab complete. Do you understand? Page 1, 3, and 4. Page 1, 3, and 4 of your lab should be complete. When you have done that, go ahead and click submit. 1, 3, and 4. You have the table. You have the variable you are testing typed out. You have how you are going to test it typed out. You now have your picture of your test drawn. Then you can click submit. We're not going to do the other pages. Then you're going to go back to week 12, day 4, Thursday, wrapping up, and you are going to complete the exit ticket. You're answering those 4 questions. Do you understand? You are answering those 4 questions. You have about 15 minutes to get all that done. 15 minutes. Guys, right now is the time to be asking me questions for something that you do not understand. But be very careful, because I've now said it 3 times what you're doing. Yes? You are completing that lab and clicking submit. Page 1, page 3, page 4. Then you go back to the assignment, week 12, day 4, Thursday, and answering those 4 questions. Layla A.